It's now time for the Squared Circle Relics Hall of Fame special. Walker Stewart is not available this year, so you are joined by me. I am your host, Bry AI Lyons. If you are wondering why I am called Bry AI Lyons, it's because good friend of the show, Brian Lyons, cheated at Guess the Length of the Show challenge for the last episode. So instead of a prize pack, he is still getting a rib, and here we are. And a second point, my voice is not based on Brian Lyons' real voice. I will be here all night as your master of ceremonies for each class. Tonight, we have a wide range of nominees where Jamie, Lloydy, Chris, and the fourth man, a Hall of Famer himself, Sam of Kayfabe Cards, will be joining us as the boys run through this year's show. Between us, we will be inducting a new batch of Hall of Fame cards for the class of 2024. This year's cards will sit alongside legendary cards and sets such as the Booker T5 of 5 Timers Club, Mike's Magical Balls from TNA Impact 2008, and the Kurt Angle Milk Carton Dual Relic. So, without further ado, let's fire up a Card Tricks ad, play the updated intro, and let's fucking go. Sorry, Margaret.
Ooh, yeah! Card Tricks UK offers the ultimate VIP package for wrestling card collectors, For just $19.99 per month, you get 40 pounds of whatnot discount codes, entry to a monthly giveaway with epic prizes, entry to an exclusive VIP-only free break, and free grading from MGC, and so much more, dig it? Message the team on Instagram for more details. Ooh, yeah!
And now, presenting from across the pond, it's the Squared Circle Relics Podcast.
Hello and welcome to episode 47, the Hall of Fame edition for 2024. I am your lead host this time around. I'm Jamie, and as always joined by Lloydy and Chris, and we've also got a special guest. Boys, how you doing?
Very well. Very well.
Very good, thank
We
you.
had the special guest is the guy who couldn't be fucking bothered to turn up last year.
Oh, I was honestly devastated.
We were gutted.
I was proper gutted, but I was so ill. I was like, it's probably best if I don't even attempt it.
If anyone doesn't recognise the voice, he hasn't been on for like a year.
Yeah,
It took us
over a year.
Yeah, it's got
Is it a year?
Over a year. Mm-hmm. Over a year. With this, we're coming up to our second year as well in July.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a while, man. So it's Sam from Icon, but Kayfabe Cards.
Kayfabe Cards.
I mean,
kind of yes, I know what it is. I kind of changed my name here and there. I'm going to get back to doing the cards, but I've always been Kayfabe Cards. I've never really explained what happened when, like, I wanted to do my own cards, and some bastard bought kayfabecards.com, right?
Oh, no.
but what makes it worse is it's like just a Canadian Pokemon card seller. So I'm like, oh man, like you bought my name, but I have all the handles and stuff. So I've decided I will be doing more cards and things going forward, but I am just going to go. I am Kayfabe Cards. I have been on like online for the last 5 years, so I think I'm just going to revert back to that because I feel like that sort of represents me and sort of the products that I was putting out.
I mean, we've got a couple of dodgy characters in Canada. We could always send some people over there and sort this geezer out who's selling these Pokemon cards.
He has like a wrestling mask as his. He's probably a really nice guy. I'm slagging him off here. He don't know me from anyone, but he's got like a wrestling mask logo and stuff. And I'm like, if he was selling wrestling stuff, I'd get it. But he just does Pokemon cards.
You might be saying there's some geezer who's got these brand Icon trading cards, and it might be you. He might be after you.
We could swap.
We've almost got like a superhero team over in Canada if you think about it. You've got Graham, who's the magician,
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, so he's Doctor Strange. You've got basically Gordo's the Hulk. You know, the Canadian toothless nipple biter over there. He's basically the Hulk. So they've got their own little force over there. Yeah, it'd be quite interesting. Send them in. well, we need to talk about, Sam, before we go any further. When are we going to get Gladiators cards? This is the thing.
I haven't watched any of it, none of the new ones. I know
Oh my
everyone.
God.
My sister keeps on at me all the time because we loved it as kids because that was our generation, and she just keeps on. But I haven't watched any of it. I don't know. I feel like sometimes I don't adapt to things coming back.
No.
Like, as in, I don't know. I should give it a go. It's probably really good, but it's like the new Ghostbusters movies. Like, I watched the first of the new ones like a few weeks ago, and I was like, nope,
Not for you.
me.
Not for you.
But yeah, I will watch. That is my my promise to you all, because everyone has said it's really good.
He's really good.
It is good, yeah. I don't think you need to be worried about it.
Ghostbusters.
Jamie, did you like the final?
I haven't seen the final yet because I was ill, weren't I?
You haven't seen the final?
No, I've still got to watch it yet. There's no point talking about it yet.
Man.
No spoilers.
I would say that I won't spoil it at all, right? But there's one bit in it where, you know, the guy in the final is the wrestler, and I can't remember the shit ass belt he's got from the East. It's not NGW or something like that.
From the Midlands, yeah.
I think it's something like that. And they kept blurring it out occasionally on the TV, which was hilarious. There's a couple of shots where they just couldn't be asked to blur it out, but it was in and out. But he was standing next to Bionic at one point, and Bionic is about, I'd say probably about a foot taller than he is. And I was just hoping that Bionic would be like, right, I've just knackered you on this game. I'm going to take your belt next. And you know what I mean? That would have been amazing. I would have been like, yeah, go on, Bionic. Fuck him up. Go on.
I think Bionic is also a wrestler. I think he's been on these like lower end wrestling places as well. Yeah, I think so. So it might be an NGW angle coming out of this. You never know.
I need to look him up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Because I mean, he's got John Cena's gimmick in Gladiators from OVW, right? The man machine
prototype.
Yeah, the prototype. But no, it'd be amazing. Yeah, I'd love that.
What about darts cards, Sam?
We needed to make a Gladiators reference
at some point
quickly on the show. So yes. Sam, darts cards. You love the darts.
So funny enough, I do love the darts. I was looking at doing all this stuff, and then I sort of, I don't know why I just sort of stopped doing it. Things got a bit mental. We moved house and we bought this like project place, and we've been sort of doing that. But it is my aim for the year to get putting out some more. But I was going to do some darts cards. I was thinking it would have worked perfect this year because the World and his wife got interested in darts with Luke Littler. But next year we'll have another go.
Just get like 20 done and go down to one of the conventions and just like, you mind signing these and then doing a bit of a deal there and then. That'd be the best
probably
way
do it for £1 each, no?
So we've got a whole host of stuff to go through on the show today. So yeah, Sam, welcome back to the Squared Circle Relics podcast. The fourth man. So we'll do it as we always do. What have we been watching? Have you boys been watching the road and the build up to WrestleMania? Been seeing any A-dub? Anything like that? Anything of note you want to discuss other than the obvious?
Can we just talk about Gladiators again? No, obviously the big thing to talk about is The Rock and Cody making him bleed, whipping him, all that jazz that he's doing
in the rain.
It's great, but don't you just wish that we just got Cody versus The Rock now?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's
like Cody Roman just doesn't.
It seems like Roman's kind of in the background, just kind of watching and not as being as.
He's the sidekick to his own. Really strange. Really, really strange. So, but other than that, not so much. I know. I mean, are we going to do predictions for WrestleMania? I mean, we did plan to do it as part of the WrestleCard Alliance show that we were going to do. However, Johnny couldn't do that, so I don't know. We can spend some time now if you want to do it.
We might as well do it while we're here. It's the only chance we're going to get pre-main, isn't it? Let's do it.
Fuck it. Let's do it. Sorry, Margaret. Have we all got Have we got the list of matches up?
Get the card up.
Oh, well, we're well prepared here tonight, aren't we? Well, while we're doing that...
Well, I didn't know if we were going to do it. It weren't on the show notes, but ultimately, I think we just need to... let's start off. Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch.
Rhea Ripley.
90% of me thinks Rhea. 10% thinks the Irish foghorn is going to get it somehow. I don't know why I think this, but I'm a big believer in Judgment Day with all the belts at the minute as well. So, okay. Gunther versus Sami Zayn. This is night 1 we're talking about, by the way. And I'm just going down the list of night 1. So, Gunther versus Sami Zayn.
I'm going Gunther.
I'm going Gunther.
I think he's going to hold that belt for the next decade.
See, I think Sami Zayn.
Why do you think Sami Zayn?
Fuck it, why not? Someone's got to beat Gunther at some point. Gunther has to move forward at some point. I really, if not now, when? And there's no other monster to lose it against who's bigger than Gunther, really, outside of Omos. And Omos is never going to fucking beat Gunther, is he?
But Sami Zayn.
No, but that's why they have to give it to a shorter person to beat him at some point. And if not Sami, who else?
I'm calling Bron Breakker.
Fuck it, he deserves it.
Bron Breakker beats Gunther.
Bron Breakker or LA Knight.
We'll see. Fuck it. Anything can happen. It's like Christmas. So you've got the Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Damian Priest versus DIY versus The Awesome Truth versus The New Day, fucking hell, versus A-Town Down versus New Catch Republic, which is a terror NCR. Does that sound for anything? New Catch Republic.
It's a horrible name for the tag team. Out of all the names,
it's Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, but okay. I mean,
toilet break.
Yeah. Have a waz. Go on. Anyone? This is the ladder match for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships.
I think DIY are going to win. I think this is going to be the start of the breakdown of the Judgment Day with Damian Priest doing his cash in at some point.
Really?
This is their downfall.
I'm going to go the complete
same.
opposite.
That's what I thought.
I'm going to go Judgment Day because I've already just said Judgment Day with all the belts. But a part of me thinks Dunn and Bate, but probably not. So, okay. Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso?
I don't think it matters either way, Jimmy or Jay at this point. I think either one will have just an effect on the bloodline. And Uso will win. Yeah.
I'm going to say Jimmy because if Jay wins, it's a bit of like what do you do with that going forward? It just ends it. If you give Jimmy the win, Jay's going to chase him more and more. It's all about the chase, right? And Jay's not currently chasing for the title, so what else is he chasing for? Beat his brother. Don't know.
So, in the brothers versus brother stuff, who won out of Brett and Owen at WrestleMania 10 in the end? I haven't seen it for donkeys years. Owen won. And who won Matt and Jeff?
With a roll-up.
Matt.
So,
did he?
So we've had both Hills brothers win.
So my logic worked, right? Ish.
So, okay, we'll see.
Okay. Bianca, God, I can't even speak. Jade Cargill, Naomi versus Damage Control.
I think Damage Control are losing out of this. I think Jade can't lose her first big WrestleMania match, I don't think.
I
see, whereas I'm going to go the other way and say that they kind of, Bianca and Jade kind of get into it. And
that's a good shout.
So I'm going to go.
Okay, that's a good shout.
I'm not sure. I kind of didn't notice it before, but it's literally they've got the three. I mean, this is just an observation, but they've just made a trio of the three black girls on the roster, right? Okay, it's and Vince is not involved, right?
Definitely not involved.
Okay. Okay.
But so it's always told.
All right. Okay. Okay. So Latino World Order, which is Ray and Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar and Dirty Dominic Mysterio. What are we thinking about this?
Dirty Dom.
I don't know how this match has all come to. I know Ray was on about picking his partner and who he was going to be picking and all this kind of stuff. Why is Santos Escobar involved with Dirty Dom, and how did this all come about?
Well, Santos used to be as part of
LWO, wasn't he?
LWO. Yeah. And so it's like he betrayed Rey Mysterio and left LWO, and he's now aligning himself with Dirty Dom, who's about outside of that. I don't know.
No, I'll just
they just don't like Rey Mysterio.
Fair enough. It's his anti-Rey Mysterio group. I think Ray's got to win.
And Dragons Lee's just there because he can. I don't know.
Yeah, it does make.
I think Rey Mysterio was going to choose his partner, and he chose Dragon Lee, and I think Carlito could have possibly been chosen as well. So I think Carlito probably turns on Ray at WrestleMania. I think
and aligns with Santos.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's Andrade?
I love Carlito
as well. Andrade's just fallen on the face of the earth, isn't he?
He's in the Andre the Giant battle.
Oh, he's done well, isn't he?
Memorial.
What a jump that was.
Yeah.
He's done well, isn't he? Oh, fuck you, Andrade. I've never liked Andrade. I think he's really quick. Like, he's for the size of him as well. He's really, really quick. But I'm just not a fan. He just doesn't bring much to the table, to be honest. So, I mean, wouldn't that be funny if Andrade, what about Andrade turning up to help Rey Mysterio and Carlito? I don't know. Maybe that's too much engineering for a match that shouldn't have any engineering to it at all. The Bloodline, the Rock and Roman versus Cody and Seth. This is an interesting one.
The Rock ain't laying down for no one. There's no way that the Rock and Roman aren't winning this, I don't think.
I think
on night one
as well.
On night one. That's how it's got to go.
I'm going the other way.
Okay.
I have to, because I believe Roman's going to win the belt, and I can't see Roman winning both nights because that's just like a piss take on the fans. But
have you watched wrestling for the last 20 years?
Yeah. Finn's still here, right?
Yeah.
Finn's still here. I think it will be a shock upset, and it will be like give Cody the momentum to go into night 2. And then just take it all away from him again and leave him crying in the ring like a little bitch. That would be hilarious.
Yes.
But
it could be that, like you're saying, it could be that Cody goes over on the first night, and then by the second night, there might be a run in from The Rock because of something that happened on the first night. I could see something like that happening, but I don't know. I'm going Rock.
I reckon Rikishi's going to turn up, run over The Rock. And I don't know, something's going to happen. I don't know. All right, let's go to night 2 then. Seth Rollins versus Drew.
I think Drew's winning this.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that Drew's leaving after Mania, but I don't know.
I'm going to go Seth.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a cash.
I'm saying Seth cash in.
Okay, makes sense.
And Judgment Day with all the belts.
Okay.
I think that's okay. Oh my God, do I even have to say this one? Io Sky versus Bayley.
Bayley is winning.
Bayley's definitely winning.
Yes.
100%.
Bayley.
LA Knight versus AJ Styles.
This is AJ's comeback match, isn't it? Pretty much.
Well, yeah.
So
kind of.
I think AJ Styles. I think that's probably going to be something to do with that. I think LA Knight's probably going to be the Money in the Bank winner this year.
If not CM Punk.
Not CM Punk.
I actually do want LA Knight. I love AJ, but I want LA Knight to to win it, just to give him a bit more traction than he has, because lately he's just been shat on from a great height. He needs a big win.
He needs it more than
and
AJ.
Exactly. AJ's there now. I think AJ's going to be there to put over the talent now.
To give everyone the rub.
Yeah, it's LA night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Logan Paul versus Randy versus Kevin Owens.
Logan Paul.
Concur.
Logan Paul for me, although because he wasn't impeccable, I want one of the other two to do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go KO. I'm going to say there's going to be like a Sammy.
Nice.
There's going to be a Sammy KO moment, like the Eddie Guerrero Chris Benoit at the end of the match. Hey, you heard it here first.
Wow. You know what? That ain't bad shout. Holding up the two secondary titles.
Yeah.
Okay. Another one that's like they've put down quite high up in the card, but nobody really gives a fuck. The Pride versus the Final Testament. So this is the Bobby Lashley's lot versus Karen Cross's lot.
This is like a street fight now as well, isn't it? So this is just going to be your plunder opener, isn't it? I think more than anything.
Oh,
Get the crowd warmed up. I don't think it really matters, does it?
I think the Final Testament will win. I think Karen Cross will win. I think they need it more than the Pride needs the win, to be honest. But they love putting Bobby over all the time, so it's 50-50, really.
What do you reckon the finish is going to be? Then, do you think someone's going for a big stack of tables?
Nobody cares, really. This is pee break all over it, isn't it, really? It's like, the thing is, it's because it's going to be a street fight, you're not going to see anything anyway.
No.
The action will be all around the fucking arena, and it'll be like, right, okay, great, see ya. So Roman Reigns versus Cody. We've already kind of discussed it, haven't we? So
I reckon we're still going to have, because everyone's been ramping up about how they had this truck with John Cena and Austin on it, and it was purposely put there and all this. Do you think we're going to get this all-out Infinity War type heroes coming back to try and fight off the bloodline, because it's obviously bloodline rules? And then Cody does win? Or is it that Cody still gets screwed over, someone else comes along, I don't know.
Well, this where Rikishi could actually run over the Rock. My only hope. Or Stone Cold runs over the Rock. That'd be quite funny. I literally have no... I mean, my theory still is Cody to three-peat the Royal Rumble and actually win it next year.
I really think that's... Yeah.
That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? Roman is so close to pipping the record now, Hogan's record. He needs to do it. You know what I mean? Like,
why would you stop at this point?
You can't take it off him.
Yeah.
Exactly. You can't take it off him now. Do it next year. Like, it's all about the chase. People are going to be so pissed off though if it happens.
It's got to happen.
I was about to say on that note, I'm going.
I do wonder though, like now you've built up the Rock and Cody so much, is there leg room now though, that if Rowan won, you can do a whole feud to build up Cody and the Rock, and then still, like say, not derail him to then do the Rumble into Mania next year?
That's what I said though, didn't I? I said Cody Rock at SummerSlam. It's got SummerSlam written all over it. It doesn't need to be for any title or anything like that. But who do you put? What do you do with Roman for a year? It's like spinning his wheels for a year, waiting for Cody again. I don't know if that's possible, to be honest, at this point. So,
I just don't know where you go with Cody if he wins. Like, I feel like it ends the story, and then that's like
you got nothing for you. There's nothing there for him.
But it's every baby face ever, right?
Literally.
You give them the belt, where do they go? Like you can have as many feuds as you want. How many babyface runs have you had where their feuds have been like monumental? It's really tough.
And unless you do then put him in the feud with the Rock for the belt, with the Rock trying to get the belt back in the bloodline. Do they turf Roman out and have the Rock do it for a bit? As in, like, the new leader of the faction, sort of thing. I don't know. I think this is the first Mania in a long time, though.
Are we done with the bloodline, though? You know what I mean? Like, I reckon it has a year left in it, and then they just got to get rid. Like, you can't keep the bloodline going on and on and on and on. It's just gonna. Yeah, it's just too much. It's the best faction probably that's ever happened. Like it's surpassing NWO at this point. To be honest, it is.
We're gonna get Bloodline Wolfpack next.
Yeah,
Bloodline Silver.
Sting rocks up. I'm your brother from another mother, and it was like, oh, fuck off, Sting. But yeah, if Cody wins, I wouldn't be surprised, but I think it's a damn shame if they do it. I really do.
So what are we saying then? Are we split decision here, are we?
I'm saying Roman, I think so. Definitely.
Yeah, we're 2 and 2.
Oh, I'm going to say Cody.
There's one thing we haven't actually spoken about, and we have to skip back, because we kind of just, when we were talking about the Seth McIntyre match, Punk, and we need to talk about CM Punk and his interview as well. But Punk is going to be on commentary for that. So he potentially may stop a cash-in and stop Seth from losing the title potentially in the night. And that would set up later on against, if McIntyre stays, against McIntyre and what's his name, Priest. So, don't know. There's potential. CM Punk, though. Did anyone see the interview with Ariel Helwani?
I've seen bits of it. I've seen the important bits.
I've heard and seen the bits that everyone was talking about pretty much. But I think it was nearly 2 hours long, I think, the whole interview. So I just haven't had the chance to sit down.
I was surprised, actually. I watched the whole thing. I kind of listened to a lot of it, to be honest. I just sat in bed and just like listened to what I was on. Nothing out, like, I mean, there's bits in it like that he quit it all in, because we all thought he got fired, right? But he said he quit and stuff like that. There was nothing that we didn't really already know, to be honest. So
I think it was interesting that he was saying about how many times he wanted to actually leave and Tony wouldn't let him. That does sound like something Tony would want. Like he didn't want to lose his biggest piece and was trying to do all he could, and he just wanted out, you know.
Because he's the wettest mark ever. He's like his biggest toy. I don't want to lose my toy. And CM Punk's like, just let me fucking go. It's like, no, I can't. I think he was very honest.
Yeah, I thought he was very honest. Yeah, it painted him in good. I think it painted him in good light in some ways as well. That he just wasn't a loose cannon. Like he seemed very level-headed with it all in some ways, you know.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I didn't like the one thing I didn't like about it is that he kept on telling Tony, and I think this put Tony into a position where he was like, Tony, sort this, or you're not going to like how I sort it. And he said it like 3 times.
He said that a lot, didn't he?
And I was a bit like, that comes across as you being a bit of a twat, to be honest, because you're putting like someone, your boss, who's in a situation, even in a worse situation,
do something or
you know what I mean? And that's a threat.
We've all seen him fight as well, and it don't ever end well.
Yeah.
It's only a little choke.
So yeah. Only a little choke. Yeah, I only did a little choke.
I didn't hit him. It was a little choke.
Yeah, just a little choke. And then Smojo said, "Stop it!" So I did. That did make me laugh a bit, but I don't know. Like, none of it. I didn't feel sorry for Punk.
No,
like I don't know what he was trying to achieve by that, like by that interview, other than, you know, just fucking leave me alone now. Like, this is my side, just leave me alone, kind of thing. And if that's what he did, then fine. If it had any ulterior motive there, I don't know what it was. I
think it was just that case. I think because he started getting on a bit of a roll, he goes, "Oh, I've spoke about it now, as we'll get it out." I think he just maybe got his side out. That's what everyone was really after, wasn't it? After all this time was Punk's side of the story. You've got that now. What more is there to ask, really? You know, he's giving you all the information you want to know. So,
well, the information that he can tell us anyway.
Yeah.
So, but no. But that's if you game to go back to what have we been watching. I think I watched that more than I actually did watch wrestling, to be honest. I don't know what's going on in AEW. I don't know what the fuck's going on in AEW.
I hadn't seen last week's AEW because I was ill, but I haven't caught up with it otherwise. So yeah, I don't think there's anything groundbreaking going. Mercedes still hasn't had a first match yet. We've got the road to Dynasty mid-April, but everything's WrestleMania, isn't it? Like everything is just WrestleMania at the minute, and that's all I'm interested in. I think more than anything.
Yeah,
I did watch. Sorry, I'm new to podcasting. I interrupt and just talk.
Yeah,
I watched the British Bulldog biography. If anyone's watched it from WWE,
I have.
It's really good. It's on. It's on. It's not on WWE Network for some reason. Along with the other ones that are on there, like there's a Yokozuna one which was really good, but it's on the British Bulldogs. His daughter runs she has a YouTube channel. It's on there. They put the whole episode up. It's really, it's definitely worth a watch.
Nice.
How long is it? Is it an hour? Is it?
It's like 45 minutes. So
nice.
I guess an hour with ads in America. But no, it's really, really, it's a sad story, but it's.
I think I'd struggle to watch it, to be honest, because Davey Boy means a lot to me, and I'm like.
There's tons of footage of him that I've never seen on there speaking about, things like SummerSlam 92 and all stuff that I've never seen of him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so.
Sounds cool. Has anyone seen the Bray Wyatt one?
No, not yet. Everyone's talking about it, though, aren't they?
Doesn't.
No, apparently that's
is it really?
So, yeah. No, I haven't watched it, but yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Tough watch.
Yeah. Well, on that bright note, well done, guys. Jamie, let's move on.
So let's move on to card news, because we have got a fairly busy show lined up. So we haven't got that much card news kicking around. I guess the main things are Impeccable. So as I was doing the show notes, it was delayed for a week. New date was that it was going to be landing with some people pretty much today. And I know some US breakers kind of got some stuff over the weekend early, as we normally do. Did you boys watch any Impeccable breaks? Have you seen anything? What do you like? What do you not like? Anything you want to bring to the table ahead of us doing it as a proper breakdown down the line?
I mean, I watched the first off the line breaks, which was last week now, and I think the cards were very reminiscent of the previous. I won't say the previous year, but it's actually like the previous 2 years, right? It's year and a half, whatever it is. They're very similar. The look, the feel, it was very similar to the first set, which I get, but I don't think they'd moved it forward enough, personally. There is obviously not enough money in those boxes to make up the money that you're spending on those boxes, whether or not it's first off the line or it's normal boxes. We said it before, this is a Breakers product. I can't go past that. It's if you're targeting either expensive cards or your PC cards, or singles, that's the only real way to go. You just can't buy boxes of this stuff and try and think that you're going to make any money out of it. It's just insane. I mean, I saw some. They covered it on CSR, I think, but because I think Dave Nagel, it was referenced, the same one that I remember, and like they're out of 5 card, the red card was JD McDonough. Can you imagine spending £1,000, $1,000, and your special card in the set is JD McDonough? Yeah. Fuck that. So I still think, though, great, if you want to do breaks on it, it's the only way to go. Go chase it. Go chase the big cards. Go chase your PC Vibe breaks. It's the only way to do it. That's it from me.
I haven't really watched many breaks.
It's not officially out yet, is it?
Do you know what I mean? It's not like everyone's got it, yeah. But I've seen, Jamie, you've seen these as well, haven't you? It's like an auto, and then it's a close-up shot of their face. They've seen the Kane one. I've seen an Undertaker, and I think
I've seen the Steve Austin as well.
They're quite cool, but other than that, it's looking very samey. Very samey. Do you think this is the last Panini product?
No, it's not. They've announced Immaculate, haven't they? Well, I say they have announced it. There is an Immaculate.
There's a leak in there, yeah.
There's a leak. Yeah.
We've seen it.
So that came today.
Cool. I haven't seen that.
And I thought Chronicles was coming out as well at some point. I didn't think that this was the last one. I know that there hasn't been announcements. But I didn't think it would be the last one. There's too much money to be left on the table before I leave, man. They just haven't announced it yet. That's all. Because theoretically speaking, if that was the last 2023 product, they're actually working on the 2024 product.
As of now, yeah.
As of now, unless Immaculate's 2023 as well. So,
I want Prism.
Prism
time.
Yeah,
Prism season.
It is true. Yeah, I mean, Prism 23 came out in April 7th last year. There's some fucking knowledge.
The
4 days.
The first Prism was also pretty much the 1st of April, wasn't it? As well, it was like Mania weekend, so it would be in this window. So
yeah. So we're missing Prism now, which is one of the reasons the ATP loves Whatnot, because we went fucking wild on that last year, boys. Woo!
Prism pie,
good shit. That was some good shit. That was the best time I've had in cards. Like this time last year. All of us ducking in and out. Who you got? What you got? What you got? Whoa, I pulled this. Whoa. Oh, it was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. We were on it 24/7 for a week. It was amazing.
We've done some magic on those shows where we had some big hits and big cards come out from everyone.
Yeah, we had some real fun.
I think that's where Sam broke his Whatnot virginity in those breaks. When it's
yeah. I'd never been in a break, and I think I was in like 6 in a week. Yeah. Yeah.
So good fun. Like that was my golden age of cards. That was the Prism 23 and Whatnot. Fucking hell, it was so much fun, man. Loved it.
But yeah, there's going to be, a lot of breaks are going to be over the next few days for Impeccable. So if you are interested, just have a look in there and see what you want. I think a lot of the breakers are doing sort of drafts and pack drafts and stuff like that instead of individual spots for certain people. So it's just going to be a case of, if you want to pick your spot, just go for it, really. But yeah, I think the other thing as well, we're wondering whether or not there's going to be NFTs for Impeccable. I haven't seen anything yet on Panini's NFT site, but I guess we'll see that in time because, you would have thought they would be doing some kind of Impeccable NFT, but yeah, we'll keep an eye on that.
I think it would, to be honest, mate, I think it would be out.
I thought so
now.
As well, because last time, was it Chronicles? Was that last time? Elite. Doris Elite, that came out before the physical product, and that's kind of was a preview, wasn't it? So,
yeah.
I
think it would have already been out by now if it was coming out. But
yeah.
The thing is, like, how do you price it as well?
Exactly.
It's just like $50 NFT virtual packs. I don't think many people will be buying those, to be honest. But could happen. I don't know. I might buy one or two.
So Impeccable, have a look for that and have a look at the checklist if you're interested. But we'll be doing a bit more of a breakdown in the next few weeks. I've got to thank Chris for this next one. There was a sneaky Panini instant which was kind of overlooked by all of us, really, not really announced. Yeah, I don't know when it.
We missed a lot before as well. There was a set from Elimination Chamber that we missed as well.
So I thought I'd put it on the show notes this time round because it kind of overlooked us both. So it was a picture of The Rock slapping the shit out of Cody at the presser for WrestleMania. This is like mid-February. Very low print run, 114. But yeah, Chris, how did you even spot this? Did you see this online or was it?
Yeah, Marcus Brandon posted it on the CFP group, and he had picked up a good stack. He had like 20 cards there or something.
A fifth of the print run.
He's got a good portion of those.
Of the market.
Of those 114. But no, fair play to him. I think that's a good card. It's a really cool shot, and yeah. Clearly a lot of people missed it. So.
I would have thought that would have been a big seller had they announced it more. I did go out and buy 2 straight away. So I only paid normal price for them as well, like $8, I think, each. So if you want to get hold of that, then eBay's your only place now. But I'm going to try and pay a bit more attention to Panini since going forward, I think, to see if they do sneak any of these random ones in. But yeah, so well done, Chris, for spotting that one. That's something that we all missed over here. So.
After it came out, you couldn't buy it anymore. No worries.
So, just a few more little notes and bits and pieces. So, WrestleMania sign-ins over the week. So, of course, lots of conventions and stuff happening over in Philly. Hogan and Taker are both doing actual WWE sign-ins. Fitterman's charging $299 to have a Hogan auto in your Topps 1985. And he's also charging $399 for an All-Stars card to be signed. And Taker's charging $249 to have an auto on his rookie. So I'll put this in here because really it's obviously no big deal if you're going over and you want to get auto. But I'm just thinking, if you're a seller and you want to sell this onwards, I don't think you're making any money back by getting these cards signed for $200-300 a piece if you were trying to resell. What do you guys reckon?
More in that in my purchases.
Watch your space.
Yeah, don't slag me off, Jamie. No, I haven't gone for Hogan or anything like that. I think those prices are insane. Those prices are that you can't resell it and make any make money out of doing it. That is, that has been signed by them for you at a show. That's a PC item, and you're paying a premium price for that to occur, I think. So if you're buying it for an investment, or if you it's a difficult one, because I mean, we're very skeptical, right, of people trying to resell cards that have on card autos, autographs of someone, because you don't know really where it came from. You have to get it slabbed with an authentication on it, and even then, they're not really sought after per se, right? They're not like, people always look for their cards in sets, right, over those. But I think it's a good collection, the thing to have in your collection if you want it, but you've got to pay the premium to do it.
I think another thing with that is what you were saying. When high spots do mail-ins, when they have expensive items, you get a JSA authentication with it. So it's well worth it, because you get in that authentic. Sometimes it's even they have a Beckett authentication, witnessed and stuff. But when you're paying Fitterman, I look at it two ways. I think it's a rip-off to get someone to charge that much for signing a card, but at the same time, I like it because it means they're not flooding the market with signed rookies. So it's kind of a swings and roundabouts. But you would
high spots, you say?
Yeah. Oh no!
More on that. Yeah. More on that.
The mail-ins are great. I got my Mick Foley rookie signed, and it came authenticated, and it was Beckett authenticated. So when I got it slabbed, I just had to send it to Beckett for slabbing, and it was like $10 in my other. That's cool. So, and it was like $50 to get signed and authenticated on the same day. So that's what I think. If Fitterman is going down the route of charging that much, they should provide you with some sort of authentication guarantee with it.
Agree.
That's a good shout.
But Fitterman aren't that well inclined to do that kind of thing. You were, apparently. So
yeah, I'll just put it on there just to more of a talking point, really. But yeah, if you are going at Mania and you want to get something done, then you can go and do that. And then AEW Upper Deck, just to mention a few things. No update on any physical dates. It's still all TBC, and as it is, really. The only little bit of news, we had an announcement today that Metal is going up on EPAC, so it's going to be available from 9 a.m. Thursday mornings at Pacific time. So that'll be up here in the UK at 5 o'clock tomorrow night. No prices on this as of yet. We have kind of chatted on our ATP group what we think those packs and boxes are going to be. Are you boys going to pick up a few packs? I think we normally try and pick up a few things on opening day. Are you guys all going to do anything EPAC-wise?
Shame we can't do a live rip tonight, really. But
yeah, I was hoping we could. But I'll probably buy a few packs. I don't think I'd buy a box. I bought 3 or 4 boxes of this, like physically, and yeah, it's all right, but it's not like the best product of last year from AEW, in my opinion.
It's tough to grade as well, right? Like the amount of precious gems I've seen that have come out as like 8s and 7s and stuff like that. I've got one, and I wouldn't bother even sending it, because you can see surface scratches on it. So it all depends on how much it's going to be. I still think it'll be around 130, which I think is too high. But
I think it'll be over 100 at
you reckon?
The worst case, yeah, definitely over 100. and it's going sort of between $70 and $90 in physical versions.
They've never cared about how much. They always look about the retail price that it came out with eventually.
That's it, that it came out.
And that was a 125, 130, I think it was. So I think that's where it's going to hit, to be honest. I don't think for a second it will deter anyone not buying the shit out of it. I think people are going to go mad for it, and good on them.
Yeah.
Sam, you up for it? I know you're not much of an e-pack guy.
I started. I set up an account. I've got a few packs last year, but I just I try specifically to stay away from things like that because I'll be like, let's just keep going for the rest of the night. But I might get back into it at some point. I bought some nice stuff, but it just sitting in my account.
A couple of packs here and there is always good for me. I don't mind just having a bit of a dabble and seeing what there is. I learned the mistake by buying all the Matt Dave moments. Now I really restrict myself. Cool. Okay. I mean, I haven't got any other card news on the list. Anyone else want anything else to bring to the table? If not, we'll head over to the Nook for a Nook update.
Nook it.
Chris, over to the Nook then.
Cool, right. Chris's Nook. So it's just going to be a quick one, and sorry, Sam, because you're obviously just going to have to.
I'm happy just to sit in your Nook.
To this one. So in my Nook.
You're going to love it, my hole, man.
The topic was women's cards from 87 to 97. So I'm buying for Dave for Jamie for me.
I'll buy for myself.
Sorry, who am I buying for?
Yeah, there you go. You're buying for Jamie.
I've bought the card. I just didn't know who I'm sending it to.
Yeah, so how we all doing?
I've bought the card, didn't know where I'm sending it to, so I'm glad I know now. I haven't got the card yet, but I have bought
Lloydy.
it. I did actually forget until about 2 days ago. So.
Lloydy, the thing is, whoever you sent it to last time, you don't send it to that person this time. That's how it works. You've only got...
Yeah, but I forgot. I don't fucking remember who I sent it to last time. So yeah, I forgot. But
so mine's bought. It's arrived at Dad's. I'm just waiting for him to send the mail, so that should be here in a couple of weeks. So, but yeah, mine's all done. That's all I'd say. Cool. Yeah, I think we're on schedule.
And for me, I haven't ordered mine yet. I'm struggling a little bit because I found like a card that I want to get, but it's the condition because of the nearly 40-year-old cards. Some of them.
Yeah, we've never cared about condition though.
Struggling. I'm sending it,
but
to
it doesn't need to be a 40-year-old card.
I know,
because it can just be them like in the 90s if you wanted, or like the 2000 to 20s.
No, I'm going authentic.
Fair enough.
From that time period.
So have I. So,
but yeah, hopefully. Dave sounds
I maybe. Who knows? Who knows?
We'll see. So yeah, I might have to go America or like Canada or somewhere to try and get a better condition. But if Dave doesn't care, then I won't.
Well, to be honest, I just like a winner.
Be quiet.
Like just.
He's gonna look outside the rules now.
It's just I don't care. Just one time, if I can have a winning card in my PC, that would be.
Well,
nice.
the winner's gone to Chris this time, so you're not going to get a winner this time round, all right?
Oh, fight talk. Cool, that's it for my Nook this week. So we will move over to Lloydy's Hole.
Jamie, can you play Wig Wham Bam by the Sweets, please?
Coming to a venue near you this week. They're on their final tour at the minute.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I thought
that would make
one original member of the original lineup.
If you play it, like this was like when we had like school discos and like weddings. Wig Wham Bam always used to come on, didn't it? You know what I mean? Amazing. Not much. I really wanted to do a Liberator of the Week this week. I just haven't got round to it. I do apologise. Sorry, everyone. I've been really busy. So potentially next week. I haven't decided yet. I said there's no rush. Jamie, I still haven't done your card actually. I will do. I need to sign your card. But I think that's a bit really it for my hole. There's not much. I'm just trying to elongate it to get more of the Wig Bam Bam song in there, to be honest, because it's a cracker in my hole. Right, go on then. Let's move across. Let's get some purchases on the way.
Let's do this. Right, purchases, razzes, breaks, misses, all the good stuff that we've been up to the last couple of weeks. Sam, as you're the guest, you can join in first of all. We're going to have you open up anything you've bought, anything you want to chat about before we go through this week.
I've had a quiet one, kind of. I don't know what I've been picking up. I think I've mentioned to everyone in the ATP, I've been picking up like 8x10s, like the old school 8x10s. I don't know why. I just sort of was looking at a few recently, and there's some really cool ones. I think they're so cheap that I was just started to pick those up. So I picked up a original signed Tory Wilson one this week, and a William Regal, which obviously I needed for my PC. I think that's sort of where it started, was finding a Regal one and then going, ooh, everyone has a 8x10. So, yeah, I've been picking those up, and then I randomly decided to just start collecting matte relics. I don't know why. I've got like a full, I've got a binder full. I really like the old Flair ones. Again, you can pick them up like super cheap, and there's some really cool ones. So I had some really cool ones already, and then I started to think maybe I'll just start to do a few matte relic sets. So I've been picking up a few here and there. Loads of WrestleMania ones. Again, you pick them up for like $5, especially on ComC. You can just like grab so many. But other than that, I had a big year at the end of last year where I was picking up WCW Tops Autos. So yeah, I went nuts.
It was good times.
Yeah, so I sort of had this year I'm sort of calming down a bit, because I managed to tick off a few cards late last year that I was really, really after. So I was like, right, it's time to chill a little bit.
I think the thing you said about like matte relics are, though, that if there's something, the image on the front, and then it's actually got the venue on the back and what the event was, I think there's something quite cool about picking up some matte relics. And I think, like I say, for a couple of quid here and there, they're just a cool piece to have, like in a binder to go through year by year. This is the Rumble, this was Elimination Chamber, we can go through, you know? Yeah,
definitely. I think the only thing with them, from my perspective, is I would like to know the exact authenticity, or like how they got the mats. I'd be really interested to find that sort of stuff out, like where they were supplied from, how they were like chopped up, where, like, because I don't think, some people have said, I've heard on other podcasts where they say, you know, there's like might be 3 layers of canvas, and it might be like just some bottom random fucking layer that they're putting on the card. So,
well, if it's clean, if there's no scuff marks on it or blood or piss or whatever, and then generally it's one of those.
It wasn't when I was buying, but there was when I was selling. Genuine blood relics.
The thing is that Flair didn't give a toss, though. They had blood and all sorts of shit on their matte relics. They did not care.
No.
DNA test that bad boy and see where that ends up.
That's it. I think some of the Mick Foley shirt relics had blood on them as well. They had some cool stuff in the Flair sets.
So are certain years you're going after, or are you just picking up anything that you see?
I'm picking up all the Flair ones at the minute. I'm going to try and get every one that Flair did. So I've got quite a lot already. I had quite a few. And then I think I'm just going to start with WrestleMania and Royal Rumble as my 2 like favorite events, and try and grab those. But it's just one of them things when you see them pop up and you're like, oh, why not buy that one, because it's only like £6. So, but to start with, my main goal is to do the Flair ones to start with.
Nice. That's not a bad little thing to get involved with.
Yeah, a bit of fun. And like I say, it's just something you can pick up loads of, and it's cheap.
Well, if you want a Roman Reigns Payback 2021, the start of the streak, that's quite a cheap one to pick up, and it's got a nice picture of Roman on it with the belt. Oh. So go after that.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. They're getting expensive now.
Oh, really?
They ain't cheap anymore, mate.
Let's get it before it peaks.
Peaks, yeah.
Cool. Lloydy, in that case, you're next. Anything you've been picking up, if you've alluded to it already?
Did I talk about the 16-bit on the last show? I can't remember.
It's hard to tell, because you obviously
talked about it.
Yeah, I don't think you mentioned it on the show, though. Go for it again.
Okay, so I got the Britt Baker 16-bit from Allure. So they're very rare. They weren't even on the checklist. They're still not on the checklist. There is no official checklist of them, I don't believe. So the only thing is, that she looks a bit. Let's just say, in the nicer terms, she looks like she's got a squint. One eye's looking at me, and the other one's looking at Jamie's nipples right now. It's the weird card, but to be honest, I hadn't seen the Brit one, and it came up on UK eBay for a reasonable price. So, reasonable price after we bartered about it. But I ended up getting that. I do like Britt Baker. I do find it a shame that she kind of peaked, but she never really wanted to go back into that main event spot, did she? So, which was a shame. And I do think that she could be really the face of AEW. Not just necessarily the women's division. I think she had enough talent to be right up there, but it just never kind of unfolded that way, sadly.
What's going on with her? Is she injured at the moment, or is she just off telly?
I just no.
I don't know.
Filling time because she's a dentist. I don't know. I literally don't know. But I think out of anyone in AEW that's been a misstep, I would say that Britt's recent career has been a bit of a misstep, unless she's really badly injured somehow.
Yeah, I was thinking about this the other day about, like, Paige hasn't been on telly for a bloody long time either, and it's kind of like these people were kind of focal points and they've just vanished.
Well, it's AEW through and through.
Yeah,
They've just done releases recently of guys that hadn't wrestled for a year for them. So, yeah, they've got form, right?
Yeah, no, very, very weird.
We don't. This whole show is not AEW bashing, but it's going that way this time. I made 2 purchases, and they were High Spots purchases, and I had to get them. So I got Wonderama 88, NWA Wonderama 88, Sting and Barry Windham dual autograph on a card with both of them on. So the Barry Windham's already done. This thing is being done at their event that they're going to. Ironically, the picture that they have, one of the Wonderama cards they've got, is so off center, it's unreal. So I'm hoping I don't get that one. I'm not 100% sure how many there were for sale, so we'll just hope I don't get the off-centered one. But I thought that was too good of an opportunity to let go, because we love Wonderama cards, right? And to get a Sting Barry Windham signed card, like Barry Windham's dual Hall of Famer, Sting's a Hall of Famer in WWE. And I wanted a Sting card recently as well, so an autographed Sting card. I don't have one in my PC, so
nice.
Glad to get that one over the line. Nice. And I also got. She's been eluding me for a while, and I've always wanted to have one of her signed cards as well. I also got the Ronda Rousey rookie cards. It's the one from the women's, because there's 2, isn't there? There's one from base set and there's one from the women's set, and it's the one where she's taking off the leather jacket. So yeah, I'm getting that one signed as well.
Nice.
So there you go.
Nice.
So cost me a fair bit, but worth it in the end. There's other bits, but I'll leave it to the next show. I would say that I have been football cards I've been into, but I've also did the Chrome UFC as well, Topps Chrome UFC. I've gone into that quite a bit, mainly to see what Topps Chrome is like at the minute, because obviously the inevitable will happen in a year or so, and I love it. I think it's so nice. It's I always thought that they're going to have a real hard time, like topping what Panini did, and the stock, the way that it all looks from like the refractors, the numbered cards, it's just next level. I did notice it because I did get the Sidemen cards as well. They were chrome, and now I've got the UFC ones as well. They are knocking out the Tops, are knocking out of the park. I think a lot of people are worried going back to Tops. Quality wise for their cards, do not worry. I think you're going to be very happy when it goes back to Tops.
I was in a couple of finest breaks and a few other bits and pieces, and I had them come through the post, and actually realise you forget how nice some of the Tops product is. So I'm looking forward to having some top stuff back again. You know, I think you take it for granted.
Honestly,
yeah, no, it's good.
Some of the inserts, the case hits they had and stuff like that. Like Panini aren't doing that kind of stuff at the minute. So no, I'm really looking forward to it. I really am. And if it's anything like what we just had with UFC in a couple of years' time, even better, hopefully. I can't wait. I think it's going to be great.
Nice. Anything else, Lloydy? Anything else been...
I did that for you guys as well. Not for four of us here, but I did that for the viewers, the listeners. I did that for us because I thought, I thought I have to look at it because it's the nearest we're going to get, right? You can't trade off like Chrome F1, right? Because it's just not the same. UFC does have that kind of same appeal, and yeah, it was. I was a bit skeptical at first because, like, a lot of it, I'd say, is people celebrating like the golds, the hip to 50s. Like, yes, it's a gold. I'm like, it's the to 50 fuckers. Like, it's like, can you imagine doing that in
it holds more weight in Tops because it's gold. Though,
exactly. Well, it's smart though, isn't it? Like, you know. Like, with Prism or Panini, it's the 10. They're very rare. They're very sought after. I get it, but yeah, golds. If you get, it's great because there's 50 of them, but they're obviously they cost less. I like a Superfractor as instead of a black as my one of one personally as well. So I think it's a win-win. I really do. I think I'm really, really, really happy that it's going the way it's going now. I was a bit like, oh no, but now I'm like, yeah, let's go. Tops.
Let's do this.
Way forward. Bye Panini. Yeah.
Not moving on for the future.
I think that's a lot of it is why I've kind of Impeccable. I haven't gone to Impeccable not because I didn't really want to go to Impeccable. The price has kept me out of it, obviously, a lot of it, but I've just got this one eye on Tops at the minute going, it's coming. I don't know when it's coming, but it is coming. So
you're like that meme of that geezer's walking with his girlfriend. He's got his eye on someone else walking the other way. That's you in Tops, isn't it?
Tops, yeah. I've got my eye on Tops in a minute. I really have. But it's great. I do think, don't get me wrong, when we go back to Tops, don't expect the prices that we used to have.
Nice, having.
They've all doubled. You're going to be spending a couple £100 on a box, not 110 like we used to spend. But that's just the nature of the beast now, isn't it?
I think everything's going up, mate.
Yep. That's it from me.
Okay, well, I'll go through mine quite quickly because I haven't really been buying an awful lot. I've been selling a few bits and pieces, and that's kind of, I'm trying to stash up a little bit of a pot of money to try and close out my War Games PC. Because Rhea Ripley, that autograph has just gone through the roof. Even the 99 is now like nearly $200. So I'm trying to sell a few bits and pieces just to close it out. So the only things I have bought, so I mentioned I picked up a couple of the Cody Rock Slap Panini Instants. So again, they were just the normal price. And then I picked up a little bundle of Jack Pacific bits and pieces, and one of them included the Rikishi Kurt Angle Famous Scenes card. I mean, I've got a load of other random stuff like some slides that go in the Tartantron and stuff like that, but I really wanted the Famous Scene card, but it's just another one to tick off the list, and I paid less than a tenner for that bundle. So that's pretty much it, really. I've been in a few breaks and bits and pieces, so haven't really hit anything major there other than usual sort of base and stuff like that, really. Most of it I pumped off to you Lloydy and Chris in your latest care package, so but yeah,
I forgot about that. There's a story. Tell them the story.
So I've done a break. I think it's Revolution weekend, and I took Mark Henry, Paul White, Justin Roberts, and Tony Schiavone in the break. I hit the Paul White, so I got a number to 20 auto relic, and then nothing else hit. So I ended up with shitloads. I think there's like multiple cases and break, just a massive big break that Card Tricks were doing. Ended up with about 30 Schiavonis and 30 Justin Roberts and 30 Paul Whites. Oh, Lloydy had a little PC of Tony Schiavone sent over to him. And Chris had a load of Justin Roberts. Later did I find out that Chris hates Justin Roberts and Lloydy can't stand Tony Schiavone. So there we go.
I don't dislike him. It's just I didn't want 11 of his base cards.
There's more of them. I can send you more.
Which I tried to sell. I have like any time I send like especially Liberator cards now, you will get a. Don't worry, Chris. I'll send you the 1-on-1. But I've got a stack of signed Lloydy signed Schiavone cards that will be including into care packages, I think. So yeah, very funny.
I've bought everything I've bought everything you boys have ever done. You know, I loved all the cards. I got 3 sets last time because you had the gold autos. I needed one of each, but I draw the line at Lloydy to sign Tony Schiavone cards. I was like, nah, boys, I'm done.
I thought people would get the joke after the last show, to be honest, because I was like, "Don't send me any Schiavone cards." And about 2 days later, they came through the post. I was like, "Damn you, Jamie! Damn you!"
So,
anyway,
talking about our product, we need to maybe consider doing a little small run of stuff again. We need maybe to think about something we need to do. Maybe not cards, but something of some kind. We'll see.
Well, no, we still like merch, man. Like I still want hoodies and hats.
Yeah.
Like we need. I want like shirts and hats and stuff like that for All In, mate. I don't know, man. Like we've always you designed some hoodies, and some hats, and then we never went through with it.
Never committed. So
we need to do it. We need to do it. I'd need a hat, and I definitely need a hoodie.
I think we mentioned a baby grow as well, but I think both of your boys are now out of baby grows.
Yeah. Just a bit. So, but no, honestly, but hoodies and stuff like that we need to do 100%.
Fine, I'll put it on my little list.
I think a lot of people would buy them as well.
I mean, if I do it on print on demand, there's no risk there either. We can just sell as many what people want, really. It's all good.
No, let's do it, man.
So, all right, then leave it with me. But other than that, nothing further for me.
Blue hoodie, please. Not black.
Blue hoodie.
Blue hoodie.
So, Chris, all right then, over to you then to close out purchases and razzes and misses of the week.
Yeah, so I've been trying to work on some of the... I've got many PCs, as you boys know. So just trying to do a little bit of, tying up some loose ends and stuff. So the first one, I bought 14 1993 Merlin stickers. So I'm trying to complete my second album. So this would have been my sister's album from when we were kids. So I need under 20 to complete the album for the second time. So that would be cool if I can do that. I bought a full set of Concourse from Select 2023 for £6.50, 100 cards,
Jesus,
which I thought was quite good. Yeah. So any of the cards that I've got in from that, I can just move on in sort of bundles and stuff. But yeah, cool. Spellbound, Dave's fave. I've started my name, so I've got the R from Ray.
Great work, mate. Well done.
Thank you. But I'm saying myself, I'm not going to pay more than £2 a card. I refuse to pay more.
Get off Com-C, man. They're all on Com-C for a world cheap.
Yeah, that's it. What else we got? Prism Good Brothers. So I'm really down to needing some. I think it's 7 Gallows and 3 Anderson. Obviously, the 1-on-1s are both of those. So if anyone ever sees the 1-on-1s, then
did you see that tag? I'll put you on the Card Tricks WhatsApp group. Carl Anderson out of 10 was up.
Was it Dax?
Yeah, no, this was Carl Anderson machine gun. This was a gold. This was a gold shimmer. Sure? Just a gold 10. Oh,
no, I've already got that.
Completed it, mate.
He had a few FTR bits as well. I thought this might be up your alley.
Yeah, no, I did see those. Yeah. And then auto. So I got a couple of different autos. I got a Candice LeRae from Slam Attacks Chrome. And a good one last night, I got a Kiana James rookie auto, blue to 35.
You know, like Keanu James.
Yeah, well, so I paid quite a good price for this, 26
That's good, man.
on bids. Yeah, it's from my mate Paddy at DGen Cards, so he sent me a message afterwards.
Good times.
Complaining about the price.
And you're like, I just bought it. Sorry.
Well, I said that didn't even hit my max bid, so you know.
Well, I've got the Keanu rookie, haven't I? The gold wave from Panini from her. So I still think big things, but we'll see.
Yeah, and the shot in this select card is insane. Like she's got like a fucking 12-pack or something.
Big girl.
So, anyway, lastly, our good friend Sam over there, friend of the show, Kayfabe Cards on eBay. Little bundle deal you did me. All Undisputed 2015 on-card autos. So the main one I wanted, Sam, was Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman, that's a cool card, and that is straight in the PC. And then the others, I always sort of check Chalky, my good bud Chalky's list, that see what he needs. And I think he does need the Bellas, I think it was. So yeah, we'll sort out something for those. But yeah, that's it from me this week. Yeah,
sweet,
nice.
That's it. So main event time.
Let's do it.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. Join Card Tricks UK on Whatnot Daily, your only stop for regular wrestling breaks in the UK. Ooh, Chris, Casper, and the team welcome you to join the hunt for rare autographs, relics, and one-of-ones from wrestling stars past, present, and future. What you gonna do, brother?
Trumpets,
So,
please.
it's our Hall of Fame special. We've gone through the usual bits. We're going to spend the rest of the show now doing our Hall of Fame inductees. So, we'll hand over to Bright AI Lyons. He'll give us the rules of what we're going to be doing. We'll chat a little bit about Bright AI Lyons. I know we heard it in the intro, but we'll go to a bit of the story in this. And then we'll go through and break down all of our topics.
He loves this, by the way. Amazing.
So, the rules for this year's Hall of Fame inductions are: each person has been given 2 categories and has chosen 4 nominees. They will choose a person to start the voting. Going around the room, the category owner will cast their vote last. The card with the most votes goes in. Let's begin.
Cool. So there you are. That's the rules of this year's Hall of Fame. So should we talk about the Bright AI Lion story and how this all come about in the first place? I know we've had a little bit of an intro, but we can talk about it again. It's fine.
I can't remember. To be honest.
So, I put on the thing, can anyone guess the length of this week's show on our Facebook group?
No. Well, going back even further is because, one, we lost our Master of Ceremonies to New Japan. Thank you, New Japan. Can't believe it. Like, seriously. We didn't even get compensation. Like, nothing. We didn't, I was expecting Evil for a week or something like that. I don't know. Like can you imagine Evil doing our Master of Ceremonies? That would be quite funny. Nothing. Thanks for that.
I think they saw the talent on this show and thought, Jesus, he can do a voiceover. Let's pinch him as soon as we can. I mean, props to Walker Stewart. He's done so well, but he's a very busy man now. He's doing all sorts of shoot interviews on YouTube now and doing lots of stuff. So yeah, he's a busy boy.
Well, he knows where his bread is buttered when he comes back, you know.
Exactly.
So when he comes crawling back to us at some point, going, "I need a job," we'll still give you a job. Mate,
we've got a deal that we started with him. You know, there's a deal there, and we couldn't finalise it. So there you go.
I'll head over to New Japan if needed. I'll take that spot. I am available.
Swap you out for you.
So
I still want Evil.
a 2-for-1 deal, but no, it's it's really good. But yeah, it did mean that we didn't have a voiceover this year. So branch into the world of AI. So this is our AI voice this time round. Now he is actually called Brian, which it makes it even better that we can call it Bright AI Lions. So I'll put on our Facebook group. Can anyone guess the length of this week's episode? Known full well the running gag that it's 2 hours and 7 minutes is always a magic number. We were well off last time.
2 hours and 4 minutes.
2 hours. Yeah, it's been 4 minutes. 2 hours and 4 and 7. Yeah, 7.
Okay.
So yes, ultimately put it on there, knowing that we were well short last time round. Put it out there. If you can guess the length of the show, you get a prize pack. lo and behold, Brian Lyons comes into the chat. It's 1 hour, 47 minutes and 32 seconds. Thanks, Brian. How did you work that out straight away? Wonder what the hell's going on here. Lloydy, how did he find out?
I told him for a laugh. I thought it'd be funnier to rib you about it, to be honest.
So,
I literally went straight to him and went, tell Jamie this. And see if to be fair, you were instant like, yeah, fuck off.
He's done.
So in the nicest possible way. So yes, it kind of backfired on me, that rib, but it was funny nevertheless.
So as a result, Brian didn't get his prize pack.
You're punishing him.
He's got no prize pack, and he's now going to be known as our AI for the day, even with a Buccaneers image. So there we go.
No.
So, I mean, we've got 8 categories this year. We've each had 2 each. We're going to go through in the order. We're going to finish off with tag teams. No, not really.
That's hilarious.
Not really. We'll go through the list. Are we happy with the list now as it stands now? With card of the year and stuff at the end. Are we happy with it all?
Well, now tag teams isn't last.
That's right.
Now.
Exactly.
Jamie's I wrote the show, but Jamie put tag teams last, apparently. So that would have been hilarious. I still think... Should we just do tag teams last now, just for a fucking laugh?
It should be tradition.
Tag team main event. Tag teams last.
Yeah, tag teams
last.
Yeah, cool.
I liked Jamie's response to it. He was just like...
I'll just shove them in, mate. I just chucked them in.
Just loved it. I was like, that's so Jamie.
I was like, my actual reply was, even in the Oscars, they don't put fucking tag teams last. So, there you go. Yeah, cool.
Right, so shall we kick off the 2024 Hall of Fame then?
Let's do it.
Cool. Right, over to our Master of Ceremonies then. These are the nominations for Tag Team Card, the best tag team card ever.
No, we're going to do tag teams last. We're just going to do tag teams last.
Okay, tag teams last. Are we sure?
Yeah.
More than happy.
Do the next one down the list.
All right, let's do it then.
Do tag teams last.
Edit, cut, paste. Here we go. Right. Our first category of the 2024 Hall of Fame, we are going for the best Hulk Hogan card ever. So these are your nominations.
Your nominees for the Ultimate Hulk Hogan card ever are the 1982 All-Stars rookie, the 1998 WCW, NWO, Topps Autograph, Hollywood Hogan, the 2015 WWE Topps Chrome, Autograph Atomic Refractor Parallels, and finally 2013 Upper Deck Employee Exclusive PMG. When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside, I will do nothing because I am AI and leg drops will not hurt me.
Right, so there's your nominations for the best Hulk Hogan card ever as picked by Sam. Sam, as it's your topic,
Yes.
you start us off.
I struggle with this one, not from Hogan has a lot of good cards, but he's just got a lot of cards, I think. But I've never been the biggest of Hogan fan. I think I was just a little bit too young. I was more like the Brett and Shawn sort of era. But he's got some good cards, and I tried to sort of go across different sort of years and types versus just going for all the early ones. I didn't put any of the early Japanese ones. The way I looked at it was, I was like, right, if I could only own one Hogan card, which one would I want? And then which one would I want second, third? So that's the sort of way I went about it. So shall I go down the list and we can chat? Or how do you want me to?
Well, no, it's already been read out. So
what do we do?
It's already been read out by Brian.
This is my first year.
So just select someone to vote, basically.
Okay.
And why?
We'll vote and give us the reason why, I think.
Let's start with Chris. Come on, Chris.
I really struggled with this one as well. Personally, if I was gonna own one of them, I really like that Topps Chrome also from 2015. But I think I just can't see a way past voting for the 82 All Star. So that's my vote, the 82 All Star.
Cool. Right, Jamie.
I'm also going to go for I'm going to go for the 2015 Topps Chrome. I love Topps Chrome 2015. As you all know, I've got the Atomic base set. Hogan was the big one I had to pay for. I've got that one in a PSA slab. It's going to be the Topps Chrome Auto for me. Just a favourite card in my line of stuff, really.
Lloydy?
I have to go for the All-Stars, even though I have got major issues with that card, to be honest, as being a legitimate rookie. But it is the Hulk Hogan card that everyone who is a big collector of Hulk Hogan would want in their PC. It's just, that's what it is. I am shocked that you didn't have the 85 in there, which I'm very happy that you didn't. My favourite card you didn't have, and that's the is it 87? The rookie, the Bret Hart rookie year.
Yeah.
87. The
Stars and
red,
Stripes.
white and blue Hogan. Yeah, Stars and Stripes Hogan. I love that one. However, it has to be, even if that was in here, I'd still have to vote the 82 because it's I can't. It's the WCW Auto is actually really iconic, but it's All-Stars is in a different league to it, to be honest. So
I'm going to go with the WCW Auto just because if I could have one, for me. I said I wasn't really a Hulk Hogan fan, but I loved Hollywood Hogan. I was always that was sort of my era. So I would go with that. I'll give you a quick story about the Topps Chrome Atomic Refractor Auto. So I bought a Roman Reigns auto off a guy. This is probably like 2 years ago, and it was the gold. It was a gold auto, and he listed it for like 50 quid, and I was like, bang, bargain. And then like 2 days later, I was like, I wonder if he's sold anything else. And I look, and he sold that Atomic Hogan Refractor for 30 quid. I was like, oh, man.
crazy.
I was like, oh, missed that one. And that's what, I don't know what happened with that card, but he signed massive. And I feel like that whole card, like this massive on the bottom, it just looks great. But I'm not picking it. I'm going to go with the WCW Auto, but obviously it is the 82 All-Stars, which is going to be the prevailing.
There's two of those cards out at the minute in the UK on eBay. The wood and the signed on the back version. So the unique version. I didn't know that. I knew those cards existed. I did not know that they were in the UK. The price tags on them, wood is $2,500 at the minute. So
it's a friend of mine who's got those, who I bought my Sting from. Yeah, his name's Gavin. He's a really nice guy. He is a massive WCW auto collector, and he's got the Bret Hart signed on the back as well, available at the minute. I don't know what happened with these guys. Like, I don't know if Topps laid them out on a table, and some of them were upside down. But everyone, there seems to be there's just too many signed on the back for me to think, like, why would so many people sign these on the back? But
because if that wood wasn't $2,500, if it was $1,500, I would have to have a serious conversation with my wife.
Because the wood's got something on the back as well, hasn't it? Has it got Hogan on the back or something as well?
I can't remember.
No, the wood hasn't. The wood is just wood. Wood. Edward Woodward. But the other one has Hulk Hogan on the back.
Right. Okay. Yeah, no.
So that, I think that's like 1.2 that he wants, but for that, and which I'm not debating prices because I'd have no idea. Like, how can you match the prices against something? You know what I mean, like that. Yeah. But that wood one is really iconic, to be honest. So
nice. So it's going in.
Kills me. Yep.
Yeah.
Boom.
It had to be, really.
1982 All-Stars. I'll tell you something about that All-Stars card. We had it on the nominations last year, and we didn't put it in last year. So this is actually, it's come back and it's gone in this year. So
yeah, there you go.
Boom. Right, let's put that on there. That's saved, locked in, made a note of it, so we're not going to have the issue at the end. I don't remember what we've done. Right, okay. Next one through then. Nominations. This is for the nominations for the best Kiss card ever.
Your nominations for best Kiss card ever are Goldust Autograph Kiss card, gold number to 10, Topps Road to WrestleMania 2018, Stacy Keibler, signed with a Kiss number to 50, Fleer Absolute Divas 2002, Paige Divas Kiss card, Topps WWE 2015, Becky Lynch, numbered to 99 or lower, Topps WWE Divas Revolution 2016. Now, Jamie, hit my music. You don't have to be rich to be my girl. You don't have to be cool to rule my world. Ain't no particular sign I'm more compatible with. I just want your extra time and your kiss.
Right, there's our 4 cards and the best Kiss card ever. First time we've had a Kiss card go into the Hall of Fame. What are we going to pick this year?
Maybe the last time.
Right, run us through.
So this, I really regret picking, like, when I wrote this, I thought, oh, that'd be great. And then I spun the wheel and it landed on me to do. And then I thought, what have I done to myself? And it did take me a while to come up with these 4 selections, to be honest, because it's
hard. I thought it was a hard one. It
was a very difficult bunch to draw from. To be honest, there's some really nice Kiss cards out there, and it was a really difficult one to come up with a 4, to be honest. So let's go. Sam, go on. What's your selection?
It's a tough one because I love the Flair stuff. I really like that set. I think it's like one of the things that I really like collecting. But Gold Dust, it's got to be the Gold Dust. I was looking earlier, and have you guys seen the picture of him kissing the cards? He's got a picture of him with like black lips holding the.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, that's too funny. So I'm going to pick Gold Dust.
Okay. Jamie.
I'm also going to go with Gold Dust. I think, okay, Kiss cards are Kiss cards, but there's something a bit unique about it in the Gold Dust Kiss card. It's just so out there, so bizarre, and I think it deserves its place in the Hall of Fame against the other stuff we've got. So, yeah, another vote for me for Gold Dust.
Christopher?
Yeah, I'm going to echo the boys. It's just something a little bit different. It's a little bit of fun. Yeah, it's got to be Gold Dust as well for me.
I mean, it's inconsequential right now, isn't it? Because he's in. But I don't know. If it was a close run thing and someone else picked Becky, I might have gone for that. And I would think I would have had a tough time between the Becky and the Gold Dust. I think that Becky one is actually really up there, to be honest. There's a really early card of hers, to be honest. But yeah, let's all go for Gold Dust. He deserves it. He's got to be in the Hall of Fame at some point, hasn't he? I would, before we move on, I will premise it with there is one card that gets an honourable mention, and that's Naomi's Kiss card from 2019. Look at that one. That is all lips, baby.
Card. Wow.
I was like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, it's sadly I can put that on the top 4. But there you go.
Me and Sam were chatting on earlier on about the Gold Dust, because Sam sent me that picture of Gold Dust with his black lippy on doing that. There's actually a dual one which was done for a convention. It's Gold Dust and Alexa Bliss dressed up as Gold Dust. And that's Alexa, a really cool card to have, but that hardly comes up. I don't know what the print run was for it, because it's an indie card. Yeah. But really cool one to have. Yeah. You know, it's a really cool piece. But maybe for next year we'll chuck that in. But yeah, I'm happy with that as well. Sounds good. Right, Gold Dust, our second inductee for this year's Hall of Fame. Right, next one through. This one is mine. This is the ultimate one-of-one card ever. So these are the nominations.
The nominees for the best one-of-one card ever are Leaf Metal Legends, Four Corners Auto, The Rock, Hogan, Steve Austin, and Ric Flair. Woo! The Rock, Record Breaker Prism 1-of-1. Topps Legends 2017, Macho Man Cut Autograph. And finally, the Roman Reigns 1-of-1 Rob Schamberger illustration from Undisputed.
Right, there we are. So that's our nominations. I will start the things off. Let's go, Lloydy. What do you think for this one?
Okay. Okay. It's. I should have. That Roman Reigns should have been the one-of-one from like 2014 odd, in my view. I know you like the Schamberger stuff, but the one that is it Drake that owns? That's the one that Travis pulled. Oh, that may rival The Rock in years to come. But it has to be The Rock. I would love it to be the four corner, the The Rock, Hogan, Austin, Flair. I'd love it to be that, but it's The Rock.
It's Leaf.
Yeah, it's definitely The Rock. It's worth what 120,000 camels. It's just the price tag alone. It's the most iconic card. I'm going to say iconic a lot this time. It's the most iconic card actually in our hobby because it's worth infinitely more than anything else, and it's a 1 of 1. It is horrible that it's a PSA 7, but it has to be The Rock Black Prism 2022. It has to be that for me.
Yep.
Sadly, I don't want it to be, but it is for me.
Fine. Chris, your vote.
I really struggled with this one. Hart says Macho Man. I think that's a really cool one. And like what you've just said, Dave, like with The Rock, if it went back up now and that guy who paid that amount wasn't involved, would it sell for the same?
No.
I don't feel like it would. I feel like it was a fluke one-off.
Still happened though. That's the problem.
It did. It absolutely did. I don't know. I'm gonna go Macho Man. It's just personal.
Sam.
I won't have a bad word said about Leaf. I think we know I'm no, joking. So can I just say, when you put on the list The Rock Record Breaker 1 of 1, my mind, I was like, do you remember Topps did that Record Breakers set? And I was like, did The Rock have a 1 of 1? And I just, like, honestly, I was like, what the hell? I was like, I don't remember that one. But no, I think it's got to be The Rock. I'm gonna go with that as well. It is an iconic card. I don't think it's worth what was paid, and I don't think it would make it again, but I think it would be I think it would still be the second biggest sale of all time if it was to go on sale.
Right. So this is going to be a bit of a strange one. So I was going to vote for the Macho Man Topps Legends card, 1 of 1, which would bring us into a tie. But I don't want a tie because I think actually the Rock Record Breaker maybe is the better card as a Hall of Fame inductee. So I am going to go to rattle things up. I'm going to go with the Leaf Metal 4 Corners, keeping it that the Rock's still going in, but it isn't the card I would have voted for. I would go for the Macho Man.
Robbed.
It's a difficult one, right? Because when you're talking about 101s,
had it been graded higher, and you can't fault what it's gone, then 100% it would be. If it was even a 9, then you'd be like, no questions asked. But that does taint that.
I think 9 or a 10.
So, I mean, it goes in for being a record breaker, but it isn't my favourite card. And again, this is my topic. So it's like kind of picking those 4, like they're just 4 1 of 1s that I would love to have if I had the money, But I also
think that if you could have a Macho Man auto, I'd rather have the action packed than the one of this. It's on card and it's not cut. So I just think for me, that's why I didn't choose it. It's just, it wouldn't have been the Macho Man if I could have one that I would pick.
Don't get me wrong, I don't like that. The Rock 1 of 1. I don't particularly like. I don't like that design for Panini for that year. I don't particularly like the picture. I don't like the fact it's a PSA 7. But ultimately, you put all of those cards that Jamie has listed out there in front of anyone. What's the one that everyone's going to point to?
I want that. Yeah,
one's going to buy you half a house. The other one will not.
Many camels.
I'm surprised that bring back the camel, man. I'm surprised that Leaf card is sold for $8,000 wise. The what is it called? Gold prismatic, whatever they call it. I can't remember the name of it that they called it, but that was a shock because I thought that was easily like a 20k card, to be honest, just because of all the hype that was behind it. That's the card of the set that everyone wanted, and it went for $8,000. Like, in the grand scheme of things, it's not like end of days money, is it? To be honest.
God,
So.
no.
Right, so there we are then. We are putting in the Rock Ultimate 1 of 1 card then in the Hall of Fame. So we're going to go now to Bright AI Lyons. He's going to induct our honourable mentions of the year. These are the ones that we've been collating throughout the shows over the last year. So over to Brian now for our honourable mentions.
You haven't heard it as it's been cleverly edited up, but it was a right clusterfuck to get this link correct. This year's honorary inductions, as collated by the boys throughout the year, are 2021 Topps WWE Undisputed, Bray Wyatt as The Fiend, Rob Schamberger illustrations, Topps WWE Living Set Card, number 37, Dolph Ziggler, and 2019 Topps Now WWE Card number 18, Becky Lynch.
Boom. 3 good cards. There we go. Into the Hall of Fame. So let's move on now then to our next category. We've got the Best Wrestling Rookie of 2023. Lloydy, this is yours. So here are the nominations.
Our next category is Rookie Card of the Year. The nominees are Lola Vice Mezzanine Select 2023, Mariah May New Arrivals 2023, Julia Hart AEW Metal 2022, and finally Sky Blue from AEW Allure 2022. Now go on, rub those thighs, and induct a card into the Hall of Fame.
Lloydy, off you go.
So this is a tough one because they're all tough. Come on, they're all tough. This is a tough one because it's so subjective to really what you like from the nominations that I've put on, right? So, but bear in mind, I hope you've bared in mind when you've done your selection of where they currently are, what they've done, and what more importantly, what the card has done with regarding how popular it has been and is going to be in the future that you believe. So, by saying that, Jamie, go on. What's your pick?
So I am going to go, based on what you're saying, obviously how they are this year, I'm going to go for Sky Blue Allure. I think everyone jumped on Sky Blue when that kind of promo card sort of appeared and the price went up with that. And this is kind of the first card that we had of her, which was just sort of retail and stuff. Mariah May, I think it's too early at the minute that it's going to be like a massive rookie card of hers. I know it was her first card, but I just don't think she's done enough to warrant that everyone's going to be jumping after her at the minute. Julia Hart as well, like she's had a good run, but there's so many cards of her out there now. And Lola Vice, again, I'm just not sure. So I'm going with Sky Blue as my pick.
Okay, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, I hear what Jamie's saying, but I have gone for Mariah May. I think the card itself is still quite valuable. The golds and the silvers are still selling quite well. You say, I don't know, I think she's the number one contender, isn't she, for
the women's title?
One of the titles at the moment. So yeah, I think, first ever card was a big deal for me. So yeah, I've gone for Mariah May.
And Sam?
I'm going to agree with Jamie. I'm going to go Sky Blue just because I think of all the names there, to me, it's the one who did the most or was the most sort of known and who everyone was talking about. So I'm going to go with the Sky Blue Allure.
So my vote was for Lola Vice. Her card, her mezzanine card was the silver especially and the numbered parallels very much echoed what Roxanne Perez did the previous select year. I think she's going to be one for the future. Out of those 4 girls, I think she's probably got the most talent if she stays fit. I think a lot of this revolves around health and injuries, because if you're out of sight, you're out of mind. So I think it's a difficult one with Sky Blue, Julia Hart, and Mariah May. Sky Blue's going in great. I think either 3 could have won it. The thing is, I think ironically, out of the 3 girls that are there, I think Julia Hart's is her prices are probably a lot higher than actually Sky Blue's and Mariah May's. Mariah May's had one card, right? Sky Blue went off a cliff after Allure came out, price-wise. I have no idea why. I think it's because the push, she's been given like shitty push. Like, she's not Sky Blue anymore, is she? She's like the dark version of Sky Blue and stuff like that. And I think that really impacted the prices of her. But I think sky's the limit with Sky Blue. I don't think it's a bad inclusion. It's not the one I would have chosen, but she's going in.
So, okay then. So that is in. We are going with Sky Blue then, Allure 2022. Right, let's move over to our next category then. We are going to Set of the Year. Chris, this is your category. So we'll go through the nominations with Bright AI Lyons, and then you can pick.
And the nominees for Set Release of the Year are WWE Panini Select, Upper Deck AEW Allure, Leaf Legends of Wrestling, and finally, WWE Panini Elite. And as the master of ceremonies for this evening, I'd like to point out that none of these releases were on time. Come the fuck on, you lot. Get your shit together, looking specifically at you, Upper Deck.
Cool. So Set of the Year. Yes, I picked this one, not Jamie. Let's go to Jamie first. What are you saying?
I'm probably be crucified for this. I love Leaf Legends of Wrestling. I think the price, I know people were moaning, obviously the big cards weren't necessarily readily available, but for $20 for a blaster, I just thought it was a fun rip. Everyone got involved with it. It's the first case we bought as a group. I just feel that it's quite sort of iconic for us as a UK collectors over the last year. And I've really enjoyed sort of, going down the pub. We just broke that down, wait to see what everyone got. And I think it will stay with me. Like Lloydy was saying, like Prism was his moment of the year. Getting this case of Leaf was mine. So Leaf Legends of Wrestling's gone in for me.
I'm just gonna. I don't know what to say. That's not the right set, Jeremy. It's the opposite. That's Heroes.
Damn
I thought it was that as well.
You've done it again.
It's
No,
metal.
so
It's Leaf Metal. It's Leaf Metal Legends.
Legends.
Yeah. Please
the
keep
Rock.
this in. This is fucking amazing.
So basically,
This is the best thing. No. After everything that's just said, and we're saying the best moment of the year, this is my best moment of the year. This is epic.
Well, nothing can top that. That was my card collector moment of the year, and I thought that
I was voting as well. So you got 2 votes for a set
Chris,
that's not in.
Chris, just let him have it. Let him have it.
Come on. That sucked.
Okay, so
That's the best moment that's ever happened in our show. Thank you. That's a joke that's been brewing for about,
especially it's not written right either.
the whole year.
Oh dear. Well, that's it. I'm going to vote for Heroes of Wrestling.
It's a Dave.
It's not even written right either.
Hang on a minute. Is Bright AI Lyons going to say Leave Heroes of Wrestling as the category nomination here?
Oh my god.
Oh dear.
That's amazing.
So Dave, we know what these boys are voting for. So what are you voting for? Please, something that's actually
No, because I like Panini Prism. 2023. That was my favourite.
Okay, so I had I had a reason for not including Prism because it was one of my favourites too.
What was the reason? Because we could add it.
Fuck it. As a release, I thought Elite did it better in terms of like they had Hobby, Blaster, and NFT. And Select just nicer. It had Hobby, Team Blasters. I didn't want to include 3 Panini products. I wanted to give some other products.
Prism had those flashback autos, which were
the
throwback autos. It has
Disco
Donuts and the short prints as well. Oh my god, that Hogan short print.
FPs,
and it also had the Color Blasts as well, which I've got the Bron Breaker of, and I'm very happy with that. That's my centerpiece of my thing.
With the argument on that one, I agree. The undercard was really cool, but the blasters and the I think they did fat packs as well. Sucked. They really, really sucked.
Yeah, I get it.
Whereas the blasters for select, very good because you can get the tigers or whatever in there. So that's
I can see why you've got. I can see why you've done it. If it's not there, and I have to then pick, I'm gonna go.
Which is the premise.
I'm gonna go Leaf Heroes of Wrestling, just as the biggest fucking wind off of the world. Sorry.
Cool. We'll make that 4 because I might as well go for Leaf Heroes of Wrestling.
If you're looking for $3 autos, you're in luck.
It's nice.
It didn't even come out last year. It was the year before. I don't think we can even put it in.
No, it was last year. It was
last year. It was last
and
May.
we got it in May.
Are we sure?
Definitely.
And it was shit. It was so bad, though.
It was originally supposed to be out in February, wasn't it? And then it got...
That's right, we got it in the summer.
Being honest about it, I would probably, if those are the 4 options, it would be Select.
Same for me.
I think out of all of them, I've enjoyed Select the most.
There you go.
We're past actually voting.
No, really.
Heroes of Wrestling.
No, the Heroes went in there. Like, don't get me wrong, I love that metal set as well. I have now 2 1-of-1s of it, but it's Select for me.
Okay, well, Select for me as well. So clean sweep.
Can we have Heroes of Wrestling as honourable mention though, and just add it in now for the sake of it because we all love it, really.
Yeah, I'll put it with a big Naomi lips.
The next time round. Okay, Select is going in after much confusion at the beginning of that conversation.
Please leave all of this in. Please leave all of this in. Oh my god!
We rehearse this show every single time perfectly. You know that.
I broke my funny bone. I'm sure I've broken my funny bone.
Dear, I do.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you, Jamie.
All right, I'm here. I'm here to serve. Right, let's go through to our next topic then. So the next one we've got is best card maker of the year. So over to Bright AI Lyons for our nominations.
The nominees for Best Card Maker of 2023 are Jack's Attic, notable card Pastamania, Tron Cards, notable card The Ottman Triple Auto, Luke the Cardist, notable card The Young Bucks, and finally Mr. F Card Art, notable card Jade Cargill.
Right, so here we are then, card maker of the year. So I will make sort of a thing on it. So Lloydy said to me, you can have any of the big boys for this. And I was like, well, actually, they're going to get enough mentions across. I wanted to actually go for some independent cards that we have kind of mentioned throughout the whole year and just kind of bring those up a little bit. So that's why I picked those 4, really. So I'm going to get Sam. You start us off for this one. What are you voting for best card maker of the year? And obviously, you're not on the list. So, you're already a Hall of Fame. You couldn't go in there twice.
We've just learned that you don't have to be on the list, so I will vote for me, and I will vote for Tron Cards. You can't argue about the stuff he puts out; it's unbelievable. The names he gets and stuff. I don't know how he does it. I don't know. Like, as someone who has made cards and is going to do it again, the amount of work that goes into it, and the amount of just finding people, Paul Burchill gate is comes to mind. Trying to find Paul Burchill, who is now on Instagram, by the way. I'm gonna, god damn, if I don't put a card out of him this year, it'll be a travesty. But yeah, just I don't know how he gets hold of these people and how he manages to do it, but it's got to be him, in my opinion.
Nice. Lloydy, who are you voting for?
Luke the Cardist. Luke the Card. Yeah, piss artist. No, Luke the Cardist. I love what Luke does. I think he's as a maker of cards. The thing is, he basically gets a card and puts his own flavour on top of it. And every single one I've seen of it is generally a banger. You've said the Young Bucks as a notable mention. I think what he did with Cody Rhodes was absolutely amazing. Like the level of skill and passion that he puts into his cards, they are expensive to get. I have always said I need to get one for my collection. Luke, if you're listening to this, if you can get me one half price, that'd be lovely. But no, honestly, I Tron cards would be obviously. It's really hard to choose between the two of them for me, but I love Luke, so he's my one true love when it comes to people who make cards. So
ouch. Anyway,
well,
I haven't put a card out in a while.
Okay, I'll put that as people who are fucking active, Sam.
Definitely, there you go.
So, Chris, who are you voting for?
For me, it's Tron cards by an absolute mile. I just think the amount of different signees he's got, the different designs, doing things in different color pens, and yeah, the cards are amazing. He's the only one on this list that I've personally bought any cards from, so I just feel like I have to vote for him. So yeah, Tron
Fine.
cards.
I'm also going to go Tron cards. I think, as you've all kind of said, I think the logistics of him trying to get these guys to sign, purposely going to conventions to meet these guys and arrange to do this stuff. And even just like the way he does like Razzies online, obviously he does some really good deals on Razzies. Like he'll say pick 4 and it'd be like a $10 slot and stuff, I will also say he's been a bit of a trendsetter over the past year as well. A lot of the names that he had were quite exclusive for him. And then within the last year, we've seen Panini get Mosh, Thrasher, the Blue Meanie. And these were names that were never on Panini's radar before then. So I kind of feel like it's kind of put a bit of a fire up to try and get some more unique legends in, the bigger companies. So, yeah, big up to Tron Cards. And I've got no issue with doing a clean sweep there. Really good work over the past year and still continue to do loads of stuff.
Well, it's not a clean sweep. I went for Luke.
I did go for Luke. Well, 3 out of 4 is pretty much a clean sweep.
Jamie's had a hard week, guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. Well, I think we're three against 1. So
yeah.
I will say I did obviously have this topic, and I did pick through some of the cards. I like all of them. I think they all do something different. I just think that, let's say, Tron Cards is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, right. We're getting through to the 2 biggest awards of the year. We've got Card of the Year to come up and Tag Team of the Year. So,
and we also have Breaker of the Year, Jamie. Don't forget that as well.
Breaker of the Year, yes. Right. So let's do Breaker of the Year now before we do Card of the Year and Tag Team of the Year. Let's do that while we mentioned it. So, Lloydy, you run us through Breaker of the Year as you pulled this one together quite nicely.
So, I just came up with this. We weren't going to include this. This is something of a late inclusion. And I think it was only fitting that we put an actual person into the Hall of Fame this year, as we did last year. We put Sam in the Hall of Fame last year. We know Sam.
Where's my ring?
Yeah, exactly. Jamie, bend over. Obviously, the best card maker, we don't really know these guys. So, with the Breakers, a lot of us have relationships with the Breakers, to be honest, one way or another, good, bad, the ugly. So I put a list out yesterday evening in our group and asked, as a poll, and asked our Facebook group to vote. And there was a very clear winner. Let's go to Brian AI, and he'll run us through.
It's now time for the Breaker of the Year award as voted for by the SCR Facebook group members. Your nominees are Medina, P. Bear, Breaker Mayfield, Jr., Card Tricks, and finally, Card Shop Live. And your winner is P. Bear of Filth Bomb Wrestling. Joining us live via satellite, just like early 2000s Hollywood rock, we go over to a message from P. Bear to collect his award.
It's me. It's the GBPB, Papa Bear from Filth Bomb Wrestling, Card Foundation Podcast. And I just want to thank everybody at the Squared Circle Relics Podcast, Jamie, Lloydy, and Chris for nominating me. But even more, I want to thank all my dozens, and I mean dozens of fans that voted for me for Wrestling Breaker of the Year. I want to say, bam, it's well-deserved. I am the best in the biz for a reason. And like I tell my son all the time, you know what winners get to do? Winners get to do what the fuck they want. And I'm so happy to win. Thank you. I'm going to run this sumbitch like Undertaker streak and never lose. I'll be defending this next year, and I plan to win again. Thank you, boys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Filth Bomb Wrestling, Papa Bear, out.
So there you are. Well done, P-Bear. I mean, it was a pretty clean sweep as well, wasn't it, Lloydy?
It was. However, I would say that I would have voted for Medina. Sorry, P-Bear. But who did you guys vote for? Because I let the poll do it. We didn't vote.
No,
but
we
I would
didn't
have voted
vote
for
on this
Medina.
one.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Peter.
yeah. In terms of like polls for myself personally, P-Bear by a mile. But I actually really enjoyed. I'm enjoying Card Shop at the moment. Not Card Shop, Card Tricks. But I did enjoy Card Shop Live Prism ones. I thought they were really good last year.
With the
I know P-Bear.
a lot of chats, a lot of
Mojo
Rising and the checks out.
Yeah, check that out.
Well, he doesn't do it anymore. Like that. I think it's Brando who is big guy. I don't do well. Big guys who drink lots of water, I don't do well when they're breaking for me for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it could have been either like any of them really, because they're very talented people. They're good salesmen. They're very good at their job. Jamie, who would you come for?
So I've kind of split my break-in. So before Whatnot put all their prices up, I was doing Medina quite a bit on the US side of things. So Medina would have been my vote on the US stuff, but UK-wise, I've only been doing stuff via Card Tricks. Set aside obviously now with obviously working with them, but I've been breaking with them for the last few months and really enjoyed what they do. The packaging always come through nice. I can't fault any service I have from them. So yeah, had it been later on in the year, I would have, had Card Tricks. But yeah, Medina beforehand would have been my breaker of choice.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Because you kind of go from one to another, basically. Sam?
I did vote, and I voted for Card Tricks just because I don't have a US mailbox, and I feel like in the UK space for WWE cards, I've been. Yeah. I don't do a lot of breaking. I dabble, but when I have recently, they've been brilliant. So I went Card Tricks.
Yeah. Honestly, Chris, I'm not saying this because we're partnered up with them either as well. Chris is one of the most entertaining breakers that there is in the globe, to be honest. He keeps everyone laughing and entertained all the way through his shows. That's talented. A lot of breakers, I would say, the ones that are quick to get the spots filled as quickly as possible and for good prices, reasonable prices, they are the best and up there. And the top three, glaring three, Medina, P-Bear, and Chris from Card Tricks. They were the shining examples, top three, and either three of them, in my view, could have won that award that we just gave out. So it'd be interesting. I think this is one of the awards that we have like Card of the Year, the staple ones that we've thrown in ones that we can not do next year, like kiss cards and stuff like that. We won't obviously do that every year, but I think it would be good if we did Breaker of the Year as a yearly award, to be honest, because I think that would be interesting to see what people's. And we'll do a big poll next year as well. It won't be like last minute, but it would be interesting to see what people's thoughts would be a year down the line as well.
Yeah, nice. And well done, P-Bear. Maybe we can send P-Bear an award. Maybe we can send him something to say congratulations.
I don't think he'd care for it, to be honest.
No, I don't know. Nonetheless, well done, P-Bear, for winning the vote. Right, let's go through then to our final two categories of the year. So up next, we are doing Card of the Year. So Sam, this is your topic. Here are your nominations.
Sam has sent me over his nomination for Best Wrestling Card of 2023. He would like to induct WWE Panini Prism, Blue to 49, Blue Mini Auto. Blue, on blue.
We didn't really have to discuss it. So next is tag teams. Here it is. Card of the Year.
Very good. Very good. I like that. Well done.
Let's Sam. We're going to avoid that. Let's do your other nominations. Let's go for your second pick of nominations.
Okay.
Your nominees for Best Wrestling Card of 2023 are WWE Panini Prism, Cody Rhodes, Color Blast, WWE Select Rhea Ripley Ringside, the Rhea Ripley Immaculate Relics, and finally, WWE Revolution, Andre the Giant, Kaboom.
All right. So I was really privileged with Card of the Year. When I got given the category, I was like, oh, wow. So let's start off with you, Lloydy.
I mean, the easiest one on the list to say, I think, is the Rhea Ringside. Lots of heads. The three-headed Rhea. I can't say that any other one is better than that. So that for me is a pretty easy win, to be honest, on that one. That's it from me.
Oh, I'm meant to pick.
Back to you, Sam.
You can tell I'm not really a professional podcaster. I don't know if you know this. Jamie?
I'm going to go for the Rhea Ripley loads of heads as well. I think everyone was blown away when this cropped up. It's a really cool card. All the parallels are really nice. Not taken away from the others. I think they're all nice cards. I think the Rhea Ripley Immaculate Relics are really nice to have. You know, the pictures that people are getting on these Immaculates are really good. But as a single card, yeah, Ringside Rhea, hands down.
Cool. Chris?
Yeah, it's Ringside Rhea for me as well, but maybe a little spin on it. Have you guys seen the one of one? The black one of one? The one of one of that card is insane. It just goes so well. I did have a small problem with one of the selections, though, which was the Kaboom.
I was going to mention it because...
boys,
I'm going to mention
it's not an elephant. It's bigger than the fucking elephant. That's the problem.
You don't like the Kaboom?
Well, no. So I do, and I think the Kabooms are really cool. It's just your choice of Andre the Giant. It threw me.
He's mashing Big John Studd on the head while it says Kaboom.
Yeah. But
name me another Kaboom.
It is normal. I don't know. So the Rock one comes to mind. The PSA 10 did like 2.5k on that one. So I would have. That's all I'm saying. It was just a random. I mean, I like the random choice, but
I honestly, I think that Andre.
It's his little red. It's his little red pants. It's his little red pants.
Pants. Yeah,
they're yellow.
Pants, and he's not in his.
They're red on it.
Are they red? I thought it was in the yellow ones.
Red.
This might be me failing here. But
you know, on The Simpsons, where like Ralph Wiggum's heart breaks. Yeah. This is literally what's happening with Sam right now. You can pause personally and see his heart break in front of us. About Andre Kaboom.
He was hoping for the Andre Kaboom to go in there, I think. But
I was literally going to pick it up and say that I really like it as a card. I like the Color Blast Cody as well, to be fair. I think just because of the bruising and all that, it looks really cool. But we will have our first clean sweep, I think. Is this the first one where we're all going to vote the same?
Oh, no, the Gold Dust was a clean sweep.
Of course,
as well,
yeah, Gold Dust. So, yes, I will agree. The many heads Rhea Ripley is nuts. It's just such a good card. It just looks different.
It's an iconic card, right? Yeah. Like, out of the four that you've put down there, it's one I think that's going to last for a long period of time. Iconic.
Yeah.
Iconic.
So we're going to have Blue Meanie and the Andre Kaboom going in.
If you want the Blue Meanie to be in the Hall of Fame this year for the Sam Invitational,
the
wing of the Hall of Fame, I will leave it to Jamie. Chris, are you happy for Sam to put his blue meanie into the Hall of Fame for a laugh? I'm happy to vote yes on blue to keep Sam happy.
Yeah. And he's been really
for a whole year,
hasn't he?
All I was annoyed about was that you wouldn't change the colour match Mega 5. It really pissed me off, but I'm not gonna lie. I was like, his name's Blue Meanie. There's a blue card out. Like, come on.
All right, well there you go. You've got your own. We'll do it every year. We'll do the Sam Invitational but just make next year one a good one.
It'll be Andre Kaboom. No fucking guesses for you, lot.
Oh, dear.
Amazing.
Cool. Right. So should we do our final category of the year then? I think we're
let's go to the antithesis that is tag teams. I can't wait.
Right, tag team nominations. Let's do this. Chris, your category. Here are the nominations.
Here we go with the nominees for Best Tag Team Card Ever. The Dudley Boys Table Relic from Fleer All Access 2002. Specifically, the front and back one, not the ones with the two backs or the two fronts. Panini Immaculate, the APA, X-Pac, and Kane Quad Auto. The acclaimed, match-dated Moment Gold card. And finally, it's Topps 2020, the New Day Triple Autograph card. It's a new day. Yes, it is.
Cool. So, main event time. Tag team of the year. I just want to say before I ask, I really struggled with this one. I even came to the boys and said I'm struggling. You nearly ended up with the Legion of Doom, Nasty Boys, Natural Disasters and stuff. But I stuck at it and I found some different ones. So let's go Jamie first.
I'm a Fleer collector through and through. I went for the Dudley Boys Table Relic, the front and back one, not the two backs, not the two fronts, one of each. Job done.
Thank you. Thank you.
It has to be the Dudley Boys. I love that acclaimed card. I think I'm hoping those boys will go. I mean, they're not hot at the minute, but I hope those boys go down like as being one of the best tag teams. I really do, but it has to be the Dudleys.
Cool, Sam.
Yeah, I love Flair. It's the same. It's just such a cool card, and it's not like crazy expensive. It baffles me for what it goes for. It's not like massive money. So no, I'll pick that too.
Cool. Another one, clean sweep, because it's the Dudley Boys for me. I really like the Quad Auto, the X-Pac Kane APA one, but it's just not as cool as that front and back relic. So yeah, Dudley Boys for me.
I was going to say, had that not been a clean sweep, the only people who got a clean sweep, the Sam, would have had a clean sweep for both of his categories. But as of that has now changed all round. So well done there. So let's do a quick recap then from beginning to end of this year's Hall of Fame inductees. So I've definitely got these right. I haven't cocked these up. You correct me if I'm wrong, though.
100%. This is going to be horrific.
Leaf Heroes of Wrestling.
It's wrestling. Yeah.
So we've got
the Hogan Chrome card. Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Right. All Stars 82 Hogan going in.
Yes.
Best Kiss card, Gold Dust, the Auto Kiss card, to 10. Ultimate 101, we went with the Record Breaker Rock. 2023 Rookie of the Year, Sky Blue. Panini Set of the Year, we went with a Select. Best Card Maker of 2023, we went with Tron Cards. Card of the Year was Rhea Ripley's Loads of Heads. And then we finished up there putting in the Dudley Boys with a clean sweep with the Table Relic, front and back relics.
And the three other cards that we've put in throughout the year, P-Bear, and apparently Blue
Meanie is Sam Invitational.
How many is that in total? 8, 11, 12, 13.
That's a big old group this year, isn't it?
13. Yeah, 13. Oh, unlucky.
And
we should put another one in, so it's not 13.
There is another Blue Meanie in Select, but I went Prism.
No.
I will say, actually, because we've added Sam into the Invitational, that's actually added a couple of minutes onto our show. So we've now gone over our 2 hours, 7 minutes. So there you go. So he's kicked us into another level here. So,
well, I don't know. With the amount of cuts we're going to do, it's probably going to be an hour and a half.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
There's been a lot of cutting this time round, guys. We've left the fuck ups in as much as we can, but there's a lot of cutting.
Man. It's all been good fun anyway. So, we got anything else to add in then? Honourable mentions, or should we close the Hall of Fame for this year?
Nope, nothing.
No, all done. Right, close it. That's it until next April. Right. Let's finish off then this week's show, then our usual stuff, plugs, goodbyes, all that good stuff. So I guess really quickly, first of all, so next episode 48, who is going to be doing our top 5 for next time round.
Hello. It'll be my... So, thank you, Jamie. Today really should have been my presenting, but because you're doing all the AI stuff, you've taken up the presenting of the show. So thank you very much.
That's right.
Feels like team effort because I wrote it and you've done it all, and I do appreciate it, mate. Thank you. Chris, you participated. Thank you. Well done. So no, very good. So yeah, it's my time next time round, but we don't know what we're going to be doing next time round. So watch this space. We'll obviously conflab, before, in the next week and figure out what we're doing. We may have a special guest on. We don't know, but once we've sorted it out, we'll sort it out. It'll be a good show. Fuck it, always a good show. Love it.
Good fun. So 48. Watch this space. We'll keep you posted on that. Just to give you guys a quick update. So we mentioned last time round. So we are now partnered up with Card Tricks. We will be doing our first bonus show post Mania. So we'll be doing a quick rundown of what we thought of Mania. Did we enjoy it? And also be running through some of the bigger hits that Card Trick have pulled during March. So look out for that early part of next week. And then, we'll be around in a couple of weeks' time. So, boys, hand over to you guys to do your plugs and finishes. Sam, you're the guest. You can kick us off with your plugs and whatnot.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. It's been great fun. You can find me on Instagram at Kayfabe Cards, on Twitter at the same. I will put a card out within the next few months. I swear, I'm going to do it.
Get itchy.
I need to get back into it. When I was in the swing of it, it was good fun, and I took a little break. I feel like I'm ready to get back at it. But yeah, at Kayfabe Cards on Instagram is the main place where I post.
Cool, nice, Chris.
Yeah, same as always for me. Cambridge Trading Cards on YouTube. I'm 14 away from 500 now, so getting very close to that 500 mark. Finding it hard to open cards at the moment. I'm struggling with free time. So, Baby used to nap for an hour, 2 hours during the day. Baby doesn't nap anymore. Chris doesn't get any free time during the day anymore. So it's when I used to open a lot of cards was in that nap time. So
do you find it's gone the other way around? That you feel really tired in the afternoon now, where your baby's going mental.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it gets to about 4 o'clock, and I'm flagging a little bit. But yeah, definitely struggling with that. I'm thinking about opening a WCW 91 box, but I feel like it's a really boring product unless you hit that Sting Hollow. So I'm like on the fence whether to do it or not to do it. So I don't know, something to think about anyway. But yeah, that's it for me.
Lloydy, over to you.
I'm still on Twitter with the show's X. Well, it's X, isn't it? The X account. It sounds very porny still, but it's not. So that's SCR Pod at SCR Pod. So amazed I can get that the right way around. Still on that. Yep.
Can I just say, Dave? Sorry, earlier on
you
called the
SCR. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I thought about that afterwards. So yeah, it's fine.
Cool.
Yeah, it's all right.
Just want to let you know.
Thanks for that. Another fuck up that's on the show.
I ain't even going to bother trying to find it.
Find it and then dub it over with Brian AI. Yeah, that would be hilarious. I'll let you know. I'll let you know in the post edits, man. Where to find it. Okay, thanks for that. So D_Lloydy boy on Insta. Don't come and find me. I'm not there. For any of you, so maybe that will work, because then they'll be like, "You have to no, that's it from me."
Fine. So yeah, last for me. Don't find me on X because I'm still not over there. Holding strong. I only got a week to go before my account is deactivated. So happy days. If you want to join the Facebook group, so come find us on Facebook. We're at Square Circle Relics Podcast on Facebook. You can get involved with all this stuff going on there and just join the fun and games that we have over in the Facebook group. Instagram, find us on SCR Pod over on Instagram. And that's pretty much from us. So thank you very much for listening to the Hall of Fame special. We'll see you in a few days' time for our Mania recap. Sam, thanks for coming along once again.
Thank you.
We'll see you all in a couple of weeks. See you later.
Sign us off, Sam. Go on.
Get fucked.
John Cena. There you go.
I always feel like, what the fuck's going on? At the end, I'm always like in my car, just like, what?
Brilliant. Fuck John Cena.
Fuck John Cena.
Fuck John Cena.